Tibetan monks sit for hours on the snow in just thin clothing, immersed in deep meditation. Their bodies do not shiver, their breathing is steady, and the snow around them begins to melt, as if they are radiating heat. This is not a trick or magic. It is an ancient practice known as tummo. The practice of tummo is one of the oldest meditation techniques that allows monks to warm their bodies from the inside. In Tibetan, tummo translates to inner fire, and this name perfectly describes the effect it produces. The essence of the technique lies in breath control and visualization. Monks sit in a specific pose, take deep breaths, and imagine a warm flame igniting inside them. Gradually, this fire spreads throughout the body, warming every cell. Meanwhile, the breathing becomes distinctive. Short, intense inhalations through the nose, breath retention, and a long exhalation. This method triggers a bodily response, activating metabolism and causing the body to generate heat. But can it be proven that this really works? Scientists have tried to understand this phenomenon. In one experiment, Buddhist monks were asked to practice tummo in icy conditions, wrapping their bodies in wet sheets. After some time, their skin temperature increased and the sheets began to evaporate moisture. Meanwhile, their internal body temperature remained stable. No hypothermia, no stress. This suggests that the human brain can indeed control thermoregulation if properly trained. But the monks insist that this is only a small part of their practice's potential. They say that tummo can not only warm the body, but also awaken the body's hidden powers. What other abilities are hidden in the minds of Tibetan monks? For a long time, the Western world regarded the stories about Tibetan monks as myths and legends. However, in the 20th century, interest in these phenomena grew significantly, and scientists decided to investigate. Is it true that people can control their body temperature with the power of their mind, of thought? One of the most famous experiments was conducted by Professor Herbert Benson from Harvard University. He traveled to the Himalayas and observed monks practicing tummo. Researchers recorded an increase in temperature by several degrees in the monks' fingers and toes. They also noticed that their bodies actively evaporated moisture despite the cold. Other experiments showed that monks can slow down their heartbeat, reduce oxygen consumption, and even regulate their brain activity. In one test, researchers found that during meditation, areas of the monks' brains responsible for the sensation of warmth were activated, even if the temperature around them did not change. But this is just the beginning. There are many stories about monks who can walk barefoot in the snow over great distances without leaving traces, or sit in icy water for hours without losing consciousness. Can this be explained from a scientific point of view? Superpowers or myth? Stories about Tibetan monks are always shrouded in mystery. Some say they can levitate, others claim to have seen them move objects with the power of thought. There are even legends about monks who can become invisible. Documented abilities include